this first week of Lent, I'd like to share a little reflection on one of the 3 Lenten disciplines traditionally, which is prayer. And we all know we need to pray, and hopefully we are all praying. But Lent calls us to take our game up a notch, to really make sure our prayer is that transformative time with the Lord that it's meant to be. You know, I'd like to use the example to drive this home of a cell phone. We all depend on our cell phones a lot to help us figure out where we're going by navigation, to text, to email, to look things up, etc., etc. How many times all of us use our cell phone in a day we can't even remember? Well, what does all that depend on? The battery being charged. I don't know about you, but how many times you've forgotten to charge your battery overnight and you wake up and see you only have 20% and you start panicking because you know you need to start using the phone and it's going to die. For how much we depend on our cell phones, we need to make sure their batteries are charged to be useful to you and to me. Think about prayer as the way we recharge our spiritual batteries. You know, we face a lot day in and day out. We're called to be a good father, a good husband, a good spouse, a good worker, a good brother and sister. We're called to be good Christians, a good pastor. A lot of challenges are thrown at us day in and day out to demonstrate our faith. And just like my cell phone, if my battery's worn down to almost nothing, I'm not going to be able to rise to those challenges. Prayer is that spiritual recharge for our spiritual battery that is so important. And especially during Lent, to really make prayer a priority. If we're feeling stressed out, if we're feeling overwhelmed, if we feel like we're biting everyone's head off, if we feel like we're being plagued with temptation and we're about to break, turn to the Lord in prayer. Recharge the battery to resist those things, to be that person you know you can be and that God is calling us to be. Lent is the time to take our prayer lives up a notch. Maybe we are praying, but if we're still feeling that pressure, it's a good sign from God and from ourselves. We need to up the game. We need to start praying more, to recharge the battery enough to face the challenges and the demands of our daily lives. Prayer, fasting, and almsgiving have traditionally been the Lenten disciplines. This week, let's really look at how effective our prayer life is in recharging our batteries so that we can truly live out the faith that is in our hearts. Not a sermon or homily, but just something for all of us to reflect on.